What is up, everyone? Jay here with another Fire Emblem Heroes video, and today I'm going to be recapping my crazy Summer Duels S run that just happened this past weekend. And I managed to win 15 games in a row, which is something I've never done before. I've never won that many games in a row. And even though I didn't make rank 1 this time, like I did that one time, I think it was last year around November. And now that I'm thinking about it, the metagame was way different back then. Maybe not way different, but it was considerably different than it is now. But yeah, I didn't make rank 1 this time, but I almost made it to rank 1. I think 3,000 points, like just short of the rank 1 or whatever master tier it is. But yeah, I almost made it, but I made 15 wins in a row. And the last time I made rank 1, I think I started in tier 20. This time I started in tier 18, so it was the biggest jump for sure, as you might expect from winning that many games. But yeah, I just wanted to recap this and talk about my run, some of my strategies, and some of the things I adjusted, because some of you guys seem to enjoy it, even some people that were more casual players, so that was cool to see. But yeah, the first team is pretty much the same. There's only a few changes. The main change is swapping Emblem Celica with Brave Robin. I used Emblem Celica in Brave Robin's place the last time I played regular Summer Duels, and that was a fun team. But I decided to mix it up and try out Brave Robin because she's really strong, and the ice terrain is also very useful, and it's fun because you can canto back after killing something and then use the terrain to just block the opponent's path and just be annoying. I think you can still pass through with Celica's Ring, but if they have no Celica's Ring, then it's really annoying. So Brave Robin's really fun, and she hits incredibly hard and can be very bulky. So this one is just unmerged, not optimal IVs, but still hits really hard. But yeah, Robin was a lot of fun to use. She's the new addition to the first team, at least, who normally has Emblem Celica on it. But in regular Summer Duels, I also have another team that I'm trying as well with Sedith, and that brings me to the second team using Sedith, because I finally stopped being lazy and I updated his build, because his weapon refine is so good, man. It is crazy. I can't believe they gave this man, a unit in the regular pool such a good weapon refine. It's incredible. I definitely recommend building him to plus 10 because he's easy accessible and he's just super good, not only for Summer Duels but just modes in general for the support. Being able to give flat damage reduction and buff nullification is really useful. So and you can make him a near save tank as well if you have Brave Soren on your team. So if you want to make him really bulky, you can. I didn't, but Earthwind Boost, Wyvern Rift, you can replace Earthwind Boost with like Attack Speed XL and make him even bulkier with more flat damage reduction. So it's a lot of fun. He's pretty customizable, but definitely the best X skill for him is Soaring Echo, so I sacrificed an attuned Ivy and an attuned Peony to give him no quarter, and the Wyvern Rift build and the Rain Snap. So this build is really good, and I've been using him more in Summer Duels, just testing him out, and he's incredible. So I definitely recommend Sedith if you haven't built him, because his weapon refine is super good. And the main thing that he's going to be supporting here on this team is going to be attuned Erica. Even though she's a Vantage unit, there can be Hardy Bearing, of course, and units that can survive. So giving her more flat damage reduction and just more stats and buff nullification is really useful. And then Brave Felix, I gave him a go, and he's super fun. He is the best player face sword infantry now. Regretfully, I'm saying that because Emblem Mars, in my opinion, was the best before, but now Brave Felix is here, and he's the best one easily with his gale forcing capabilities. And even though he's mainly an offensive threat, he can still tank hits pretty well with his flat damage reduction and his DC weapon. So he is a very good mixed face sword infantry, but definitely his main strength is player phasing. So I had a lot of fun using him, and yeah, he's just really impressive, man. I think won, I don't remember if it was in this run or some other Summer Duels match, but he even took out my attuned Sita, which was really crazy. And then Ashera here, she's amazing as well. She has an amazing C skill with a remix and can hit really hard with her weapon. Just giving people no follow-up, and Hexblade and no panic is useful. And then Peony's there to dance. And then the third team is the team that most people are going to ban, because Nurgle is a unit most people don't want to fight. Nurgle is really annoying and he's a menace. So I have one, and then I've moved Emblem Celica down here because she's also a threat. And then I put Bright Lapis because I needed a red unit on this team, and I was like, why not kind of throw a curveball? But I did get some inspiration from a friend of mine in the server in my server, who kind of helped me or gave me some inspiration for a couple of these teams. But yeah, Bright Lapis, she's not a conventionally strong, super top tier unit in this mode, but she's an underrated sword cavalier in my opinion. She can hit really hard, and Panic Smoke 4 is also useful, so there's mine +2. So she helped, and she took out a Brave Bernadetta for me, so that was definitely, it was worth it putting on the team. And then I have Bandage Lady, She is really, really good with the Divine Nectar and very obnoxious to kill, and then a Tune Azura for the dancing and the no follow-up support. And then the fourth team, Emblem Ike and Brave Alphonse, two monstrous tanks, and then Canadian Lynn, my girl, and then a tuned Ivy, and then also another crazy tank, and arguably the hardest hitting melee unit in the game, Deer Man. He is crazy. So most people ban the fourth team. I never use the fourth team at all in any of these matches. So as usual, there's always going to be one team you might not use, and for me it was the fourth team. So I mentioned it before, but part of the metagame in Summer Duels S is kind of bluffing teams and using units that, showing them off and saying, you guys don't want to fight this unit, because they have to ban two units or two teams, and they're most likely going to ban that one team or one or two teams. And in my case, it's going to be the third and fourth team. So I mainly use the first and second, which is really lucky for me because my first team is my main team. Second team I have a little bit of experience with, but the first team is definitely my best one. And most people, like I said, don't want to fight Nurgle. They don't want to fight Emblem Mike. They don't want to fight Brave Alphonse. He's also a monster. So yeah, it was nice, and it worked out in my advantage because, again, you can't see the amount of merges on these units when you're seeing the teams and you're vetoing them. You can't see any of the merges, so it's not like you can see that my Attune Seed is plus 10. You can't see that my Emblem Marth is plus 10. So part of the metagame is those mind games and bluffing. So that worked out in my favor and helped me get 15 straight wins and made me go from tier 18 all the way to tier 23. So it was a lot of fun. I didn't expect to get that far, but it took forever, man. I was playing it late at night and it took like hours just to get through all the games and eventually lose everything. So those are the teams, kind of a quick rundown of every team that I used, or at least that I displayed, because again, I didn't use the fourth team at all. But yeah, the first team and the second team definitely had the most shine. I think I might have used the third team once. Yeah, I think I used it once or twice. But definitely the first and second team were the stars of the show. Alright, so here are the replays and the start of the run. So the first game is against, I'm not even going to say their name, an Attune My Kai user. And I lost this game. I lost the second game as well. So it did not start very well at all. And I was thinking to myself, I was definitely not going to get very far. But eventually, I started to get on a roll. But yeah, the first game here, this person is using a Sedith as well. And I had to use my second team. So this game, I pretty much surrendered immediately on the first turn. Or like the second turn, I think. Because I could not do anything. And I also learned you can actually turn replays on in Summer Duels. I don't know if you can actually have them when you're playing live, but either way, I thought I'd turn them on because it would make for a better video. But yeah, I surrendered pretty much second turn because they have Legendary Male Lear as their near save tank, who you don't really see Legendary Male Lear as much as the other Omni tanks, because in my opinion he's not as good, but he can be pretty good. He's still like top 10, obviously top 5, but this near save Lear I could not beat. And then they also had Summer Ymir as their far save tank, so I just could not break through. And Sedith, their Sedith has pretty much the same build as mine, except they have Distant Guard, or mine had Crux and theirs has Rain, I think. But yeah, I could not break through this because Sedith just makes it incredibly hard to kill his units that he's supporting, so not really much to say there. Couldn't do anything there. Second game is against a Na user. Now, I think I could have won this game, maybe, if I didn't make a mistake, and that was fat fingering and moving Erica down instead of up, and that kind of threw me off and put me on the back foot, because maybe if she was up higher I could have done something. But yeah, I had to use the second team once again, and this is where I get to use Felix for the first time for real. And we have a Felix mirror here, and mine gets to jump and I'm able to take out his, so that was cool. And Na is going to come in, she's going to do a bit of damage, but Felix can definitely take some hits. I take out her, and then my Kaya comes in, and this is where my Kaya's destruction kind of happens because I can't do anything. And that's also where I made the mistake, and Erica's all the way down there when she shouldn't have, but that's me fat fingering it, so I had to move her up and try to make up for lost ground right there. But yeah, my Kaya just started coming in and just destroyed everything because she's ridiculous. And yeah, I tried to get up there, but at that point it was too late because they're all just gonna die. Peony dies to Myrrh, and then my Kaya is able to kill Sedith. My Erica is able to take out Myrrh, but it's too late. And my Erica's the last one, and when Erica's alone, she is a lot less effective. So that is the second game which I lost. So this is where I started to win. So the first game here, or should I say the third game, or the first game that I won, is against El Tacos, but this person also surrendered like the first or second turn, so I guess it doesn't count, but I don't care, I count it. It's a W. It says I won, so I'll take that. So that's the first win. The second win is against a Clarine user in tier 11, so they were kind of lower level, so they also surrendered, and you can see I'm using Ike, the fourth team, which I said I wasn't using, so I still am not using it. I deployed it, but I didn't use it, so that one doesn't count as me using the fourth team. And then the third game is against Mark, so this is where actual gameplay happens. They're using Emblem Ike, Fallen Ursula, Brave Corrin, female Corrin, Toon Peony, and Brave Soren. And yeah, this is where I started to really experiment with Brave Robin and get to use her ice terrain and her nuking potential, firsthand, and she is super duper good. So their Peony is going to dance their Ike. I get to move up. This is the usual formation I try to get in, everyone into that square with guidance and teleportation that Sita gives. Robin is going to nuke Brave Corrin because Brave Corrin sadly isn't the best far save tank right now, so that was awesome. And she's also able to take out Ike. So Ike cannot withstand all the damage output, so Robin, this Ike was probably not very highly invested or anything, but still pretty impressive to kill the the best Omni tank in the game really easily. I'm able to dance after the Kanto, but it doesn't really matter because Ursula swoops in. Breath of Life doesn't matter with her AoE, but then Marth gets a swoop in and get his revenge, so that's awesome. And then from there, there's nothing they could do because Soren is not going to be able to do anything to Marth, and also Toon Peony. So that is a W, the first real win, I suppose, but that's the third win in a row. And yeah, Peony just suicides into Sita, so that's an awesome win. And then the next game is against a Deerman user. This battle, yeah, they weren't really as prepared because this team, like their Peony didn't even have a special. This looks like a formal legendary Marth. I respect the Marth usage, but this Marth is not really going to be doing much. Ascended Lincia, Toon Maikaya, and Deerman, they didn't even have any emblem rings on them, so this one was pretty much easy pickings. I just had to set everyone up, and then from there they really couldn't do much, except I think I do lose a unit, but let's see what happens. I don't remember exactly what happens, but I'm pretty sure I lose someone after I take theirs out. I wish I could turn off the dance animations. I don't think I can for Summer Duels, which is kind of annoying, or maybe I can, I just missed it in the settings. But either way, my Maikai is able to take out Deerman, and then their Maikai is able to take out mine, which is fine. And then my Marth can swoop in, take out their Maikaya, and then from there they really could not do much because, yeah. So that's another W. I think that's what, the fourth one in a row. And then the fifth game is against a Brave Felix user, UMMC. Yeah, Brave Felix, super duper good. I think he's the best in Aether raids, but in Summer Duels he can also really be excellent. So they're using Ivy, Loki, Deerman, and Myrrh. So, all things considered, a pretty standard team, although you don't see Loki as much in this mode, but she can be useful, I suppose. So, standard thing, I'm just setting everyone up and getting into position, but then Felix swoops in because I think I forgot, or I didn't notice that he had Celica rings, so that kind of cost me. So Robin dies. He's able to move again thanks to Lone Wolf and his Gale Force, and then blow away my Kaya. So, in a flash, Felix just took out two of my mages, so that was really tough, but I didn't give up. Sita is able to revenge him, and then from here I'm able to just use the power of Marth and Sita together and come back. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, so thanks to Null Sea Disrupt, Loki can't really attack me because she's just gonna die. She can't safely poke me. And Deerman is stopped by the trees, so thank goodness, because even though Sita can definitely take a hit from him, he hits really, really hard, so it can definitely weaken my Sita. And then Myrrh stops the teleportation from Marth, so I can't just easily swoop in and do my thing. But from here I'm able to dance, reposition Sita, and then take out Myrrh, so now I can start using the Celica ring. Ivy's going to swoop in. She does a butt ton of damage, but it's not going to be enough because of the damage reduction. And then from here, Marth is able to do his thing with Lodestar Rush. Ivy lives with she lives with 5 HP, but thanks to Potent, she is gone. And then from there, I'm able to get danced and then do the same thing to Loki. Deerman does take me out because Fierce Beast is a very strong special, but From here, he's alone, so he doesn't have any of his damage reduction or his true damage or his flat damage, and then Sita's able to take him out. So just like a lot of other tanks, just like Sita, you know, once you take out his allies, they are a lot weaker. So that is a solid win against UMMC. And then the next game is against Bandage Lady. This person's using Panette. That's pretty cool. I respect it because she's not even in the Grail shop yet. And Panette's a unit I'm trying to +10 eventually. This one's an Infantry Pulse one, making use of her high HP. Legendary Robin, Dual Leon, who is still a threat if you don't have Breath of Life. You know, he can still be annoying, and of course his Dual skill, if you don't have Firm Canto Curb, that Dual skill is still annoying. But I'm not as scared of him because I have Sita here with Breath of Life support. But yeah, I set everyone up, I dance, and let's see what happens. So this is another advantage of Emblem Marth that people kind of sleep on. I guess people don't sleep on, but I mean, I don't know, I guess they do because people didn't ban my first team enough. But you know, he has a really good matchup against Bandage Lady because he's red and he's able to just nuke her, and she cannot live the onslaught. So I'm able to take her out, and then there's no more Divine Nectar cheese. She's gone, but Leon swoops in. He's able to take on my Robin, which is fine. That's fine because now he's into a corner right there, and then my Marth can just swoop in later and take him out. His Panette is going to swoop in and take on my Peony, which is fine by me because now his Leon is open and Marth is able to kill him. And then from here, Sita is able to take out Myrrh, no problem, and then my Kaya can finish off Panette, and then it's just Legendary Robin who can't really do anything. So that is a solid win. Yeah, so that is another W. I think that's how many wins in a row is that? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a 6th win. 7th win is against Joey using Brave Alphonse. I think this was the first game I fought him, so I got to witness his power firsthand. He's ridiculous, man. Definitely one of the best tanks in the game, especially if you pair him with like Sedith or anyone with support. He can be unkillable. I mean, there's a lot of units like that, like Emblem Mike, you know, but it's just different with Alphonse because he's a Cavalier doing it, and he's green, and there's not as many like green tanks like that, so, and Cavalier tanks. So I get everyone positioned into the square, but Robin, thanks to Hush Spectrum, Panic, is able to just nuke Alphonse here. So that is the power of Robin. She can be really annoying. Also, the animation is super cool. I just noticed it has rain and lightning. That is super dope. So I take out Alphonse, Kanto back. The trees are saving me because Sharina can't just swoop in with her extra movement. Same thing for Alphonse because he also has extra movement. They have Altina, but yeah, I just have Sita here, which I'm pretty sure Altina can't even kill my Sita thanks to all the flat damage reduction, and then he surrenders. So GG's Joey. Next game was against a Sothis fan of sorts because they had, I think, 3 +10 Sothis on their team, which was pretty cool to see. It's always nice to see a bit of a theme team in the most cutthroat competitive mode, but this person was clearly auto-battling, so I guess this game doesn't really count. I could just tell because they weren't taking time on their moves at all, and you can just see the AI was moving them. But still, cool to see Sothis team. Yeah, this one's +10, this one's +10, and this one is +10. Halloween Sothis is waiting for a weapon refine, which is definitely going to be better than base Sothis, because base Sothis is weapon refine. I mean, look at this. It was like 2 years old. I mean, it felt like a weapon refine. I don't remember the year the weapon refine happened exactly, but it felt like it was 2 years too late. Or yeah, it just felt like it should have belonged in like a 2019 weapon refine. And then a remix was sad. So Sothis is just, I'm not even a fan of Sothis, but I feel bad for her because she is easily the worst mythic in the game. Because even though her combat might be better than a few older ones, like it's not that much better, and she provides no support. So you really have to invest into her at this kind of investment to make her decent, and probably replace her Dragonstone and her weapon refine. But even then, it's not that good. So Sothis got done dirty, but still cool to see a Winter Sothis and just a Sothis team in general. This one has Clever Fighter. That's pretty dope. But yeah, Felix goes in, takes out this Sothis. Now, despite this team being an auto battle team, they still took out most of my units, or a good amount of my units, because I just couldn't tank Veil. I don't even know if that Veil's +10. Let me check. Yeah, that one is +10. But yeah, Erica goes in, does her thing, and then from here, Veil takes out Peony. And then, let's see what happens. I think Veil takes out Ashira. Yeah, Veil is kind of underrated combat mythic. She can hit pretty hard, especially Fallen Veil. She hits really, really hard. But there she is taking out Ashira. And then my Seth can revenge her. And then, yeah. So, not much to say right there. Because, again, they were auto-battling. But cool to see a theme team of sorts. Next game is against a legendary Crom user. And this battle, I remember, was pretty intense. It's not going to look that intense, but I remember thinking really hard in this game because it went down to the wire. I think it went down to the last turn or like the 4th turn because they're using Dual Robin, who's a unit I absolutely loathe. I hate fighting them. They are super annoying and super duper strong and can sometimes take out my Attune Sita. So just Hush Spectrum and their true damage, and you know, they stop buffs I think as well. They're just really, really strong. And then Legendary Crom is also no slouch. So they have the reposition and the movement shenanigans, the assist shenanigans. And then Summer Thor, who is still one of the better Summer Duels units, even to this day, despite her being a couple years old, because of her dual button being super good to stop any buff on anyone. And that really is bad for my team because I rely on buffs, especially Attune Sita. So, yeah. And also it stops like any positive status. So that also hurts Brave Robin. But right here, Brave Robin is going to die to my Kaya. I think I made a mistake there, but I don't think I could have escaped the range. I don't know. I think I kind of made a decision there. But Sita comes in to revenge her and gusts her away. I can't go back. And they made a weird choice here that you'll see in a second. But they use the dual skill, the one I was talking about. I move Sita back because now she's a lot weaker because she doesn't have any buffs. But Marth doesn't care. He swoops in with his emblem ring and takes out Thor, but I know he's going to die because there's no way Deerman here can't take him out because he hits super hard. I do no damage. And they make a weird decision here. This is what I'm talking about. They canto him up, which I don't think was the best move because now my Kaya can take him out. They should have definitely cantoed right here to get out of the range. I think that could have made them win or give them a better chance because now he's in range and my Kaya can pick him off. So kind of a weird choice to canto there. I guess maybe they wanted to stay in the square or the rectangle, but still I think I would have cantoed away. But at the same time, I guess they're behind, so they had to make I don't know. But yeah, right here, even with the reposition and the swap shenanigans, it doesn't matter because my Sita is actually able to tank their hits, I guess, and they just surrendered. So that was a cool win. Next game is against Illis. They're using Bandage Lady as well. This is a Dagger Pathfinder team with Nevada Green, which can definitely be scary with the movement, and Nevada Green also giving more movement. So they're also using an Emblem Marth, so shoutouts to them. That's pretty cool. You don't really see them as much as the other Emblem heroes, of course. So I'm able to get 3 units into the rectangle. I move Peony back because I didn't want her to get sniped, but they make a mistake and put a green in the open, so Marth's able to kill her. And then yeah, so I swooped in and I teleported into the ice that Robin set up, right? So they're probably thinking, oh, I'm safe, right? But no, because that doesn't stop teleportation. So my Sita is able to use her orders buff and take out Brave Robin. I definitely think they miscalculated there. And then from here, they're not able to do anything. Yeah, so pretty much a futile attempt here. Honestly, at this point, they might have been auto-battling, I don't know. But either way, that's another W. Next game is against a Summer Allure user. Now, Summer Allure is pretty good, but compared to the other infantry units, I don't think she's as good. Definitely not as threatening, at least at low investment. If you plus 10 her and whatnot, of course, give her a really good skill, she can be very strong. I mean, this one has the Goose Friend, but it's unmerged. I'm not as scared of her because, well, one, she's not Emblem Mike, she's not Attune Sita, and second of all, she also has a dragon weakness, so Marth can easily take her out for the most part. They're using Winter Yunaka, Emblem Celica. Emblem Celica is definitely going to be able to take someone out here. She's just that strong. Take some of my Kaya, but then my Robin can revenge her. And then I can set up the ice terrain. Marth swoops in after they move my Kaya up there, which was definitely a bit of a mistake because now they really can't do anything. Allure is going to get danced, but my Sita is going to get danced, and then Yunaka is going to try to do some damage. He does a good amount. Marth lives though with 3 HP, and he retaliates with his Lodestar Rush, which is definitely overkill. And then from here, Seed is able to take out a Leer. That Glacies actually did more than I thought it would, but I mean, maybe not more. We still live with 22, but I mean, I guess it's a Glacies, right? Azura takes out Marth at 3 HP, and they give up. So that is another W. Next game is against a Veil team, or a Veil user. Okay, so they're using a Toon Triandra, Summer Golvig, Legendary Female Leer, Veil. So this team, like, these units are good, but they're not the top of the top, so definitely wasn't as worried with this. Brave Golvig is good, but, you know, she's not as good as, like, Brave Robin, for example. So I don't remember exactly what happens here, but... Oh, I think I remember. I swoop in with Marth just to take out Summer Golvig because I didn't want her to be Gale forcing around after she attacks. So goodbye, and they surrender immediately. Okay, so that's an easy one. Next game is against Alcoin. I get to use my second team. They're also using Bandage Lady, and they're using... Okay, it looks like, yeah. So Far Save, Duo Asker, yeah. Far Save, Duo Asker with this defense, and Near Save... I think it was Near Save Bandage Lady, yeah. With Close Defense 4. About Green, actually, they give up immediately. So they didn't want to try, so that's another W. And finally, I get to use my third team with Nurgle. So I think this was the game that Bride Lapis actually got a kill. And that was against Brave Bernadetta, which was pretty dope because nobody on any of my teams has Hardy Bearing Seal. And I was kind of worried because I didn't ban this team, but there were other teams that I thought were just going to be more tough, so I didn't ban this one. This person has a +10 Summer Goldmary, so that's crazy. Probably a Bernadetta fan if I had to guess, because they're using her, but Bride Embla Summer Violet at +10, okay. She has a pretty good weapon refinement, but yeah, I didn't bring Hardy Bearing, so I was a bit worried about this match, but I knew I had a chance as long as... you know, she didn't have all her status effects that I could kill her. And of course I have Nurgle on the team, so... And Nurgle is definitely one unit that can stop any kind of prime user. So, like, Brave Bernadette is good, don't get me wrong, I think she's pretty good. When she starts getting her Vantage going and giving it to her allies, it's pretty strong, but there is a lot of counterplay to it, like Hardy Bearing Steel, like Nurgle, who can steal those statuses. But Brave Bernadette does take out my Azura, my Celica swoops in, take out Embla, and now... they are farther back. They're not even in the rectangle. So I have a bit of an advantage here when it comes to getting points. I have 1 point lead. And the user do a skill. And then my Celica is able to take out their Micaiah, because I wanted to get rid of all those negative statuses that she's going to inflict. And from here... I don't remember what happens. Oh yeah. Bernadette takes out Nurgle. That's fine. So now I don't have anybody to remove the statuses. But... that means she took the Essence Drain, because I think it will still take her... Yeah, I think, right? Even if Nurgle dies, I think he still inflicts... I don't remember, but either way, this Bernadetta only has 2 status effects, and I guess they forgot that, because my Lapis is able to take her out. If she had the Prime skill active and had her Vantage ready, Lapis definitely would have died, so that was really clutch, and Lapis got a kill, which is pretty awesome, because she's not the most conventionally top tier unit in this mode, so that was awesome. And the next game is against a Maria and Minerva fan, because they had every team of theirs had a Minerva or a Maria, so salute to this person. I wish I could see the teams that they were using, or that they were showing, you know, before all the banning happened. But yeah, they're using a +10 Spring Maria. That is amazing. And Ascendant Amelia, who is also a really good counter to Emblem Celica. So if you have problems with Emblem Celica, one way to deal with her is definitely have Ascendant Amelia, because Amelia gets very, very fast, stops her buffs, and can be a good check to her. But sadly for them, I don't have Emblem Celica on this team. So I set everyone up. I dance Erica here, but I know Peony's just going to get sniped by Festival Nephany, who is cool to see because she's a new unit, I know, but I don't really see her as much. So I think this was the first time I saw her in Summer Duels. Takes out my Peony, but now my Felix can come in and take out Neff. And from here, I can move again, take out Bandage Lady. But Amelia is very, very bulky and very fast and is able to double my Felix. So he's gone. But I have no issues here because Erica has the upper hand against Amelia and takes her out, and that is the end of the game. Alright, so this is where the win streak comes to a close at 15 wins in a row because I lose to a Brave Alphonse user, which I'm not mad about, of course. You know, Brave Alphonse is very, very strong. But yeah, it had to come to an end. 15 wins is crazy. I don't think I'll ever replicate that. Even among people who are better than me at this game, like, and especially in Summer Duels, I don't think... I mean, who knows? Maybe they've gotten better win streaks than that. Maybe like a 20-game win streak. But 15 wins in a row is no joke. Now, obviously, some people surrendered. But yeah, that was a really long win streak. And this was probably the longest. I mean, I'm not even done with all the replays. But this was definitely the most amount of SDS or SDR games I've played because of just how much I won. So I was pretty proud of what I was able to do. But yeah, it ends right here against a Brave Alphonse user. And also, they're using Summer Thor, which, like I said, is a huge threat against my team because of their duo button. So, yeah. This match, we get to see a little bit of how bulky a brave female Robin can be with her flat damage reduction. And you'll see it in just a second here. So I set everyone up, but we're in range. Alphonse is going to come in. Now, he's not going to be able to trigger a special thanks to Hush Spectrum. But still, he only does 3 damage from his 30. So that is hilarious. And now I'm able to move and take out Myrrh, so their dual Robin is saved at the moment, or for the time being. Take out Myrrh. Their dual Robin is going to take out my Robin. That's fine. But then my Micaiah can revenge. And now Alphonse take out Peony. So this is where I definitely thought I could have won the game if Summer Thor wasn't there, because they take all my buffs away, and that severely weakens my team. And everybody just dies to Alphonse and Micaiah eventually. So Alphonse, they haven't used the duo button yet, but Makings of a King is going to come in and is going to do a good chunk of damage. Sita can, of course, tank that, retaliate with Gust, and, of course, Alphonse can tank that. So it's an immovable object versus an immovable object because they're both very, very bulky. But now with the duo skill in play, Sita is very, very thin now. She's not very bulky at all, not thick at all. Thor is going to take out Marth right here. My Micaiah can't even take out their Thor. My debuffs are going like crazy, just like hers, but I just fall short of the KO by 2, which is sad. And then Micaiah can finish off mine. And then from here, Sita's alone. When Sita's alone, she is not nearly as good. She's like 1% of her normal self, so Alphonse is able to KO her. So that is how I lost. The 15-game win streak went to a close right there, but it's fine. I was able to win the next one against this person, using Deerman right here. And I don't remember their team. Okay, they're using Legendary Ninian, Brave Robin themselves, Brave Golvig, and Micaiah, who again, Micaiah is on like 90% of teams, it feels like. So yeah, get into formation. Deerman with Celica's Ring is really, really scary, especially on maps with the trenches, because he can just ignore them. So I'm glad this one doesn't have Celica's Ring. So my Robin can take out their Golvig. My Robin, I'm getting confused because they also have a Robin, but their Robin takes out mine, I believe. Yeah, after getting danced. But that's fine by me because now I don't have to deal with Golvig. I mean, Golvig wasn't that big of a threat, I suppose, but we dance. They're also going to dance. Get their Dragon Dance up, +1 attack and speed. And now I just play Sita up front as usual. And this is a bit of a stalemate because... Actually, no, I think I take her out with Gust. Because she's not going to be able to kill me. The animation's super cool, though. We live with 14. Actually, never mind. Hush Spectrum is in play. I forgot about that. So if Hush Spectrum didn't happen, I definitely would have killed her, I think. But that's fine, because now Marth can swoop in. And... finish the job. There we go. But now, of course, Deerman, as usual, is going to take out Emblem Marth. He is just super hard hitting, man. It's ridiculous how powerful he is. He's going to get danced again. I'm going to dance. So even though Sita is weakened, we do have Breath of Life at least, so we can get some healing later in combat. And from here, they can't do anything because, yeah, I guess they just give up because Sita's just too bulky. So that is a solid win. And then the last game, which is an L against a Valentine Leon, and which is kind of ironic because I was talking about how I'm not worried about him, but it wasn't mainly Leon why. He's not the main reason I lost this game, I don't think. Duels Sanaki, which I think is the first one of this run, which is pretty crazy. There is Brave Felix with Celica's Ring, huge threats. Hortensia as well. Hortensia is a good support unit, and Attune Azura. So I don't remember exactly how I lost this game, but let me see what happened. Okay, so I place Cedar right there, just basically saying I dare Leon to try and attack me, but he can't even reach me right now, I don't think. I think this is where Felix actually takes out my Cedar, I think. So this Felix that's unmerged with a +1 Emblem Celica Ring, I believe takes out my Cedar, because even though I have triangle advantage, stopping Cedar's buffs severely weakens her. So, and Felix is just extremely fast. So, yeah, I'm able to trigger Gust, but he has flat damage reduction. Wow, he has a lot of it because he takes 1 damage. I didn't realize that because there was no animation. So now that I'm watching it, that's insane. And he's able to take out my Cedar. So that was really surprising. I was actually pretty shocked, but also at the same time not that surprised because Felix is a monster. But my Robin is able to revenge Cedar right there. And now that Cedar's gone, makes sense why I lost. So now I remember why I lost, because my main tank is gone. And Sanaki takes out Marth easily. No chance of Marth surviving that, even with his flat damage reduction, because Sanaki hits very, very hard and hits a lot of times. And then from here, yeah, I think I just pretty much concede defeat, because Leon can just finish the rest of my team off. So that is how the last game went. A bit disappointing, but it is what it is. Felix showing how strong he is, and not only from my opponent, but when I used him, he's super fun to use. So watch out for Felix, man. He is a monster. I think like this Brave batch is super good. I don't think Felix is the best, but I think Robin and Alphonse are probably the best. But Felix is close. He's very close to being up there as well. But yeah, so that's how the run went. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know this is pretty long, but again, there was a lot of matches. So hopefully you guys enjoyed some of this commentary and a bit of an analysis. I wasn't doing like super duper micro analyses, because if I was, this video would be even longer. But I tried to talk about the games as much as I could. But yeah, so that's my Summer Duels run. 7,000 glory is pretty good, just 300 short of max, but can't complain because I jumped definitely the highest amount of tiers, from tier 18 to tier 23 from when I started. So really cool run. I definitely recommend using Setith. Like I said, Setith's amazing, and definitely feel free to use some of these teams as inspiration for your own, you know, kind of plug and play and try units. You know, if you don't have Felix, use some other sword infantry, or you know, you can easily like replace Felix for Emblem Mike or something, or you know, you could put, like, again, Lapis isn't conventionally a top tier, so you can replace her with someone else, like Brave Alphonse even, because he's another Cavalier. So definitely for this mode, you know, you don't want to come in just dreading the mode. I mean, obviously you can still dread it, but don't, if you're actually trying to compete, don't try to hate the mode immediately, you know, because a lot of people do hate Summer Duels, and I get it. But if you're actually trying to compete, you know, come in with a fresh mindset of, I'm probably going to lose some games and it's going to be annoying, but it is what it is, and just try to have fun with teams, be creative, you know, and use your resources to your advantage. Like Setith, definitely one of the best available units to build. And you know, Setith is also really good with Attune Sita, because you can give her even more flat damage reduction, so I could have even used Setith with her. And the team that I'm trying in regular Summer Duels is with Setith and also Winter Marth, because I'm trying to use him a little bit more now that Setith is a thing, and also Clever Fighter. So I might make a video showcasing this team, this one right here, with the flat damage reduction from Clever Fighter, along with Setith, can make Marth pretty bulky. Not as bulky as other far save tanks, obviously, but with his Vantage, it can be definitely annoying. But of course, there's a lot of Hardy Bearing, Nurgle, and whatnot, so that's a bit annoying. But from what I've tested, it's been pretty fun and pretty successful. So that is my video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this recap of my Summer Duels run of the 15 game win streak, and also the losses as well. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Please stay safe out there. Peace out.